Welcome back to my channel, and thanks for joining me for this special project. This is my May design team project for On A Whimsical Adventure. This is my second project for the design team, and yeah, I'm just super excited to share this project with you. I've been working on this one for the last month, and it's finally done. This is using one of the newer kits. It's called The Scent of Roses, and Anya, who is the designer and creator for On A Whimsical Adventure, asked me if this would be a kit I would want to work with, and definitely, because it's roses and just so floral and pretty and kind of Victorian, just all the things up my alley. So definitely was super excited to work with this kit. So let's just go ahead and jump into the video. The cover, well, I'll show you. Let's see. Well, first I put this cute little rose charm. I found this at Hobby Lobby, but it's a very pretty little rose charm, and you can take this off and use it, you know, a different way if you want to, but I just thought that since this is about roses, it was perfect. So I'm just going to take it off the closure for a second. And excuse me if I get like out of breath while I'm talking, because that's just like a normal thing now with pregnancy. It's like I can't talk a lot or else like I can't breathe. So anyway, let me go ahead and open this. I did a really simple cover because I had just gotten these beautiful antique appliques from, oh gosh, what is Lace and Linen Designs? I believe it's Lace and Linen Designs on Etsy, but I will double check and of course put the link in the description box to the shop I got these from. But I just love this beautiful applique, and I really just didn't think it needed a whole bunch of other stuff around it. It's quite a large one, and I just wanted to show it off really nicely. And I didn't want it to get lost in like with a lot of like printed fabrics and other things. So I just thought, you know, this beautiful rose applique along with this little rose charm here, and just sort of like the colors here were enough to make a really pretty bold statement here. And I just put some cheesecloth on the back of it just to give it a little something as a background. And then it's just this sort of like beautiful green fabric cover, and it has a little bit of a sheen to it. And then I just put my little penny and rose nameplate on the back, and I stamped it with some different stamps this time. But yeah, so it has my nameplate. And okay, so this is, like I said, using one kit, and it's just called The Scent of Roses. And I tried to use as much of the kit as possible, like always, and I just want to show you like some of the different ways that I tried to get creative and interactive with this kit. So opening it up, okay, so the first thing I did was I lined this journal with one of the pages. So the kit comes with lots of pages, like with, you know, like where you can fold them in half and include them in your journal as a page. I use that as the liner. So this is one of the pages here. And I just put a little ruffle here and a vintage envelope and this gorgeous little wax seal. So this is just a pocket. So I sewed this envelope in to just create a pocket here. Oh, and this is a cute little angel. Just little things that I thought would go along with the story of this journal and like the vibe, but I just love that little gold angel. So anyway, what I had just pulled out of there was this little envelope collection. I loosely followed a tutorial by Robin Dudley Howes on how to make this. Hers is quite elaborate with, I believe, like 5 different envelopes attached. Mine is 3 envelopes, and they are all attached to one another, and all of the papers I used are from the kit. Again, it's called The Scent of Roses, and I printed them. I printed several pages double sides, so I like, you know, picked one design, printed it, flipped it over, printed on the back of it, and then I used all of those papers to create this sort of like crazy envelope thing. You can stick a bunch of different little papers in here. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like its own little journaling spot. Like you could just hide like little journaling in each of these things. So let me just go from the beginning. So there's this little tiny mini envelope here, and again, every paper in here or that it's constructed of is from the kit. And I just made this little envelope here, and this is from one of the embellishment sheets from the kit. So it's just a little rose, and I just inked around the edges, and I just put that little rose into this envelope here. And then This is just a little flap with a wax seal, and I just left it loose so that you could maybe write something on this little label here. This is also from the embellishment, one of the embellishment sheets. So you could glue this down if you want it to stay down. I've been holding it down with this little pin. I kind of held everything in with it. But yeah, like I said, I left this so that you could write something here if you wanted to. And so then this is an envelope here. So this opens up, and then there's little ephemera in here. This is not from the kit. These are authentic antique little, you know, ephemera bits. This is like a little label, and this is like a little portion of a playing card. So just put that in here just because it's small and cute and fits right in. And then on this side, I just used 2 more roses so that they kind of stick out a little bit. Sorry, I didn't realize I'm not perfectly in frame, but I put 2 little roses here so they kind of stick out from the sides when you have everything closed up. And then when you open it, there's the roses. And then this is just a little piece of a postcard, and it came to me like this, like kind of cut up already with just this little lady here and her flowers. So I just stuck that right in there, and you can take these out and put your own special little treasures in there. So then that opens up to this larger envelope here. So as you can see, it unravels like this. And again, all papers from the kit. These are embellishments from the kit or ephemera pieces. So just a little, what looks like a calling card. And I just love this rose paper here. And then another little rose. This looks like maybe it could have been like a soap label or something here. And then these are also embellishments from the embellishment sheet, and it was just like 2 little roses. So I just thought I would include these like little flowers in an envelope, you know? And they're very realistic looking. I love them. So I just fussy cut them out and I just put them here. And then this is just another little vintage label. So I just stuck that in here. So kind of just a fun, interactive little envelope thing that you can remove. I mean, you can take these flowers out and stick them in your journal elsewhere, like here, or, you know, glue them somewhere else in the journal, but I'm just storing them in here. You can use this little envelope thing for like storage if you want to. So I just clipped everything together like this, and then it goes into this envelope tuck spot right here. Okay, so then the next thing I have is on the front page. Just did a large side pocket. This is from the kit. A beautiful image here with roses. It's a cologne, looks like a antique cologne label. And this is from one of the embellishment sheets, and I cut it and created a belly band over this ephemera piece to just put in some of this little handmade paper from my friend Heather. And we just have some little embellishments here. And I just tucked in this beautiful image of a antique clock that I have from a book about antique clocks. So that goes in here. And then this is a vintage envelope, and it has a window, and I just thought that I would layer this next page here underneath that so you can kind of see like the roses and flowers through the window perfectly right here. And then again, this is from the kit. Beautiful, beautiful imagery. Little bee right here. I printed this one on like a craft, not craft, what is it called? It's a natural fiber paper. This is an example of it. So it has kind of little speckles, and it's sort of like a tan beigeish color. So I printed this page on that paper just to give a different effect. So it's a little more yellow and antique looking. And then I printed on the back of that one of the background papers, and I did some stamping just around the edges of this paper. So here I kind of tried to recreate like an antique postcard a little bit, and I just made my own little thing. So this image here, this is like a Victorian calling card, what it looks like, and it had little holes already. So I kind of just punched out where the little circles in the image were already, and then put this black background paper on there so that you can kind of see the holes. And yeah, I just kind of like took inspiration from some of my gold foiled you know, old antique postcards that I love and just kind of made my own. And then I just put this little bow right here. So this is like a journaling card. You can just journal on the back. There's vintage ledger on the back of that, and little gold photo corners. And then this is a antique French sort of document here on some really cool thick paper, and you can see like the seal, like the imprint or embossed seal here. So that little piece goes right there. And okay, this is my favorite part of this journal. Okay, so this is a little altered envelope that I made, and I will show you how it's an altered envelope. But this frame here was part of the kit, and I just cut out the frame very carefully. I like X-Acto knife cut out this the white part. So this was just white when you print it out. I cut it out so that I could use it as a picture frame. So I put acetate behind this so that everything that is underneath here or gets slipped inside here is protected. These embellishments are from the embellishment pages of the kit, and I just selected this really beautiful vintage or antique postcard, or photograph of a lake, and just put a little tab so that it's easy to take in and out of the envelope. And here you can see the original envelope markings. So it just gets slipped in here, and you can take this photo out and put your own photo, but I just thought that it looked really pretty framed with these embellishments, kind of like an actual picture frame, you know? And then in the envelope part of the original envelope, so this is the envelope here, and it has this really cool like orangey liner. I just used another one of the ephemera pieces, and this one is so pretty. And then I just put a little ruffle on the side, and yeah, it just fits in really nicely right there. So just kind of a cool little place to stick your journaling, and you can, you know, journal on the back of this. You can put your own photo in here, or journal on the back of this photo, or just put something completely different in here. So this here is one of the ephemera pieces, like cut apart sheets, and I just glued it onto this little vintage file folder index card thing. And this is a pocket, so you can slip something in here if you want to. I don't have anything nearby to slip in there to show you. Here, let's see. You can slip something in here like this. And then it's also a side tuck pocket, so you can tuck something right in here. And this is just a little French paper from an agenda. So that gets tucked right in there. So I just love this whole spread right here. This is just like my favorite. And this is some cabbage dyed paper, and I just did some gold embossing. There's stamping and embossing throughout, just to give a little bit of an extra glam effect to this journal and just kind of like make it, I don't know, just extra special. This is one of the pages from the kit, and I love this because there's images here but so much writing space, and I just think it would look really beautiful with all your writing here. And this is printed on linen paper. And then this is another page from the kit. This here is a French embroidery pattern. So a really thin paper, but I just love the blues in it and the designs, and it just kind of went well with the whole journal. There is some bits of my personal vintage wallpaper in here. So this is not a digital, this is just like some old kind of brittle wallpaper that I had. And this is a little pocket here with some French ephemera. It's a nice long sheet. You can use this one for collage. Like I would cut out all these letters or just little snippets of this. I would use this snippets of this, like tags and stuff. This is a great piece right here to cut up if you dare. So that just goes into this pocket. And again, just be a little careful when you're tucking things in, because this is antique and vintage wallpaper, and like I said, it can be a little bit brittle, even though I've glued it down really nicely. And this here is just a little floating pocket that I made. It's just out of a little French book page. I kind of just made this on a whim, just to kind of like hold these little ephemera pieces in here, these little journaling cards. So it's a French book page, and then I just folded it over, and I had this vintage wallpaper, and then I just did some more gold embossing and these journaling cards from the kit. So this is kind of like a little label, and I just put some antique lace here, and then this beautiful perfume label with this gorgeous girl with long hair. So I just thought that they were really cute with just a tiny little bit of embellishing here, and then lots of space for writing. So those get tucked in here, and you can move that all around the journal if you like. Nice and grungy little thing. And then just some stamping here with some Baroque stamps and some more vintage ephemera tucked here, and this is a little washi sticker, and it's just like a sticker of a frame. So that would be kind of cool to maybe do something with, and if you have like a tiny little picture, you could maybe figure out something to use this frame for. And a map page, and just a little rose tab and a heart charm here. And then this page I thought would be really cool printed on vellum, so it looks really cool over the top of vintage ledger. This is French ledger underneath here, but this is one of the pages from the kit, and it just says notes and thoughts, and it has this beautiful rose and sort of botanical image here, and it kind of frames the writing, so it kind of gives you an idea of what like the writing looks behind this vellum sheet. So just really pretty, but there it is by itself. And here is that French ledger, and I just put, this is from one of the embellishment sheets as well, like a little Denison label looking thing with a yellow border. And then this, the same image from that little ephemera piece with the girl with the long hair in the mirror. Very pretty, and you can, of course, like write all around here. And then this one was printed on vintage business paper, just to give a variety of textures in the paper types that I use. So there's, like I just said, vellum, vintage business paper, matte pages, linen paper, dyed papers, and so on. So here's the centerfold. It's just a piece of blank vintage ledger, but on this side I had this beautiful Indian sari embellishment, and I just thought it would look really nice against this green and kind of, you know, just bring in the whole cover with the green and the roses and the colors and everything. So it's just a flip out, so you can do all your journaling in here and kind of hide it with this beautiful embellishment sheet or embellishment page. So, and then this is one of the pages, the background pages, I believe, and it just has a really nice kind of faint border around it, really pretty. More from the kit. And again, that vellum, and this time I used one of the large Denison type labels from the embellishment sheets, and I just put the vellum over top of that, and I just think that looks so pretty layered like that. And then of course, if you don't layer it and you just want to like do your journaling here, you could do that and do a little something here. I love the way that all kind of turned out. We have a large fabric pocket here. This is a piece of Indian sari, and inside I just tucked two little things. This is a little die cut that I had, and I just had this in my stash, and I just thought, you know, with the roses and kind of the Victorian lady and everything, or face, it's just kind of perfect to kind of tuck in here. And this is from one of the embellishment sheets as well, so like a large pot full of flowers. So kind of cute, just like little flowery things tucked into this really beautiful embroidered pocket. And then I just made a couple tags. So this is all antique wallpaper, so you can kind of see, like, even the greens here are just parts of antique wallpaper that were blank, and just really beautiful textures. And this is one of the embellishments from the embellishment sheet, and some vintage French bits. This is what I meant by you could cut up that other paper and just use like little bits of like the wording. That's what I like to do. I'll just cut up little sections and use it for like tags and embellishments and stuff. So there's that. This is a large journaling card that I just made with one of the, I believe this is one of the pages. So it was meant to be like this image plus another one and folded, and then you could, you know, insert that into your journal if you wanted to. I just sized it down and cut it and made it its own little thing. So it's just kind of this little journaling card that tucks into this pocket here. Well, it's not little, it's kind of a big one. And I just backed it with some beautiful papers. I love the teal colors on this one. And here's some more vintage wallpaper and this page from the kit. Really pretty ruffle. This is one of my favorite pages. There's just so much going on this page. I love it. It's like a kind of a combination of a lot of the different images from the kit. I love this little wild rose Eastman's Wild Rose bookmark. This is really cute. Just the way that Anya layers the images and everything is just really cool. It's one of my, like I said, one of my favorite pages from the kit. And just some more gold embossing. And then this is real authentic wallpaper, and I used it as a pocket. So again, it's a little bit brittle. Be careful with it. I just tucked in this one large journaling card, and this is another one of those papers that was a page, and I sized it down and cut it down and turned it into sort of this tag slash journaling card. So I thought you could write something here. You can actually write something here in this little label area too, and here, and then do some journaling on the back. So just really, really pretty imagery as always. So glad she told me about this kit, because I knew immediately that I would want to work with it. So then these are just little flags. I noticed that a lot of her kits contain like these just little flags with patterns and designs, and I love that. So these are perfect for my little spinny things. I always like to do something on a little spinner, little brad thing. So I just kind of included that as like a little embellishment. You can move it to the side and do your journaling and then kind of cover it. You can, I don't know, you can play around with it, but it's just kind of a cute little embellishment that I like to do. And then another tag with a butterfly from the kit, the embellishment pages. And then this is one of the background papers, and I actually think it might be upside down, but I think it still looks really nice. Like, you can't really tell, but I think I know that I printed it upside down on accident. But it kind of looks like this is clouds up here. I don't know, but I thought it'd be really pretty to just, you know, do your writing up here. And I don't think that you can really tell that it's upside down. And then more writing space right in here. And this is the back of that liner paper. And that concludes my journal. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun creating this one. I really did, because when I love the imagery, once I start printing everything and cutting everything out, that's kind of like when I get like really involved into my project. And I swear I just got so into this one. Again, inspired by lots of Victorian things and the images in the kit and stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys liked my May project for On A Whimsical Adventure, and I hope you have a great day. Talk to you guys again soon. Bye!